So in today's game guide for Star Wars: The Republic, I'm probably going to butcher the name of this crafting profession over and over. So you can tease me in the comments below as you wish. But I just hit 600 in the Artifice crafting profession, which is a combination of many different things. It's a really cool crafting profession here in Star Wars: The Republic that has a lot to do with lightsabers as well as dyes and crystal colors and other things. So it kind of applies to a lot of different characters across the board as opposed to only being for, wielders of specific weapons, which or specific armor types, which some of the other ones are. So we're going to be diving into this today. This is sort of another one of these ultimate beginners guides because I'm not an advanced player when it comes to doing these specific things. I've played this game since launch, but I haven't gotten into crafting really since the game launched, which is, however many years ago now. And coming back in 2023, getting back into crafting for the first time since then, all of my guides are designed around the new player. What does this look like from the new player's perspective? So with that in mind, this is my version of the guide for, I'm going to butcher this. Is it artificing? I would think it's artificing or artificery. It's artificing. It's got to be artificing. Artificing. You'll understand what I mean. Because I can't pronounce certain things. It's really fun. Anyway, I got Bedhead and Bedbeard, and we're going to be diving in straight away today. So without further ado, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you haven't already done so. I'm going to get rid of my ugly mug so we can get into the next part of this and so you guys can focus just on the screen because you don't need to see me to talk. Alright, so for those of you who have been paying attention, I started crafting on the 21st of May, and today is the 27th of May. I'm recording this at 11:15 a.m. my time, 2023. So it took me, in essence, about 7 days to get to level 600 in crafting. Now, granted, 600 is not the cap, because once you get to 600 in your primary crafting profession, you'll come to your trainer and you'll get the onslaught version, which takes you from 600 to 700. And you'll actually notice that I've got Alara Dorn is out right now on a treasure hunting mission to bring that up to 600, which might happen during the video. It's 10 minutes out. I don't know how long I'll be talking for. But I hit all of this morning, took a nap, woke up from the nap,
rationing
and
is in
wanted
effect.
to get this for everybody.
Station visitors will be refueled in priority
I'll wait for her
order.
to finish talking.
We apologize for any inconvenience.
Thanks for interrupting, loudspeaker. Anyway, I did a calculation, and it was right around 20 hours to level from 1 to 600 in crafting. I did most of that in online space while streaming, but I also did some offline. So I did sort of an estimation that I was doing roughly about 3 hours per day of crafting. So you could figure around, I would argue between 20-25 hours, somewhere in there. So let's just say, probably 20-ish hours, because a lot of times I was just, talking to people and not paying attention and not, just grind. So I think 20 hours is a pretty good estimation of how long it took me from start to finish. Now, that was with access to 8 crew members who I can send out at whim. Other characters, like, for example, my smuggler who's currently working, he only has 6 companions. So he doesn't have the full array of companions that I have with my Jedi character here. So obviously his progression is going to be slower because he's 2 crew members less than what I have at my disposal to send out. I have more than 8, so hitting that 8 cap was pretty easy for me to just grind out continually and always have companions to spare. So that's something to keep in mind when you're wanting to think about how long is it going to take me. I would say that if you have a character who's leveled up to cap and who has access to all their companions, then yeah, it's going to be roughly 20 hours. In terms of the costs of coin, that was one I did not track, and I totally should have, but I think I would estimate somewhere in the ballpark of 1.5 million credits. I might be a little high on that estimation, but I know it was over 1 million, but I don't think it was more than 1.5. I didn't track the money estimate. That's the thing. I was just kind of eyeballing things as I went along. But I would say roughly, let's just say 1.5 million is a good number to shoot for. And the costs are not related to anything off of the broker. That's purely the cost of the fuel, the cost to run the missions, and the cost to learn all of the recipes from the broker. And now I haven't finished buying everything because there's still more things I can buy from him because I have to level up. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I do have everything. I might actually have everything now that I might have spoken too soon. But I can level between now and I still have, another 90 points to go because I'm only at 607 of 700. So I appear to have purchased all of the recipes I can from him, but that does not mean I have all the recipes that are in the game, because there's obviously all the recipes you can get from the deconstructions, and of course all the schematics that drop in the game world from flashpoints and stuff. So yeah, start to finish, roughly 20 hours of gameplay and around 1.5 million credits max. Like I said, it might be lower. I didn't track the credit that much. So now we get into the fun part of looking at, well, what does the Artifice crafting profession offer me? Why would I want to choose this crafting profession above another crafting profession? So a lot of these professions, if you look at, say, I'm going to close this window down while we talk about this. If you look at blast tech, or excuse me, arms tech as an example, you're mostly making things for blasters. So the mods for blasters, and blaster rifles, blaster pistols, shotguns, and I think vibro knives too. And then Cybertech makes like the earpieces and some other mods, and also speeders, which at some point I'm going to get onto that. And then like synth weaving is like the light and medium armor with mods for those, and then armor mech is heavy armor and the mods for those. Biochem is stims and things of that nature, potions and the like. So this one, while Artifice or Artificing does definitely give you lightsabers and lightsaber hilts, those are the two that are related to the weapons. They do a lot more than that, because they also get access to relics, which are these things right here, which go into your accessories slot. You've got a couple of slots for relics. You've also got the wieldable, which is either the force shield or the focus or the generator for players. And then beyond that, we also get into the really fun stuff, which is color crystals and dye modules. The strongholds and conquest stuff, every class can kind of make some version of these, so I'm really not going to focus too much on this one. Obviously, if you're into making your own lightsabers, that's cool. However, I will say that I haven't, and this is a personal preference only, there's only like half a dozen styles that they give you here in terms of what do the lightsabers look like, and I personally don't think any of them look that cool. Now, obviously, when you're just getting going in here, you're going to have access to either all the green or the blue recipes. You have to make those and then deconstruct them to be able to get the purple versions. And then there's the purple versions here, which if you make these and then deconstruct, I'm not sure, is there a tier beyond purple? I'm assuming there's a tier beyond purple, but I've never actually done that, trying to make a bunch of excess purple ones, because they cost so much in terms of the rare resources that you need, like the exotic isotope stabilizer, which you can only get in master flashpoints and veteran operations, which are raids. So I don't know how I'm going to get my hands on those, because I'm not actively raiding, and they cost a freaking nightmare fortune on the broker. Anyway, you can make a variety of different lightsabers. So we can look here, like this is what the Asylum lightsaber looks like as an example. Let's go ahead and turn that around, something like that. The Arturian lightsaber looks like this. The Defiant lightsaber, which I really want to make. I think the Defiant lightsabers look really cool.
Security notice. Increased pirate activity has been detected along the Hydian Way and Perlemian hyperroutes. Traveling in convoys is strongly encouraged.
So you can see, different lightsaber types that you can make. You can scroll down through here and look at them at your leisure. Um, but all of these are the same. They have different stats as you make them. So you can just check the stats out and then make the type of lightsaber that you want to make. Now, here's where things get really, really fun, at least for me. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't originally think that I was going to make money off of crafting when I first got going in the game. That was not my plan. However, once we got the guild formed and I needed to start saving up for a guild ship, I realized that, oh, I'm actually going to be able to make money doing this. So there's a couple of things that sell really well, at least on my server. And by really well, I mean for me. Like, I was earning a few thousand credits, you know, per hour just doing quests and stuff. And it gets better as you level up until the point where at cap, you know, I was earning, you know, I'm earning like 250,000 credits an hour just by doing adventures and stuff, and doing quests and the like. However, selling dye modules has become a very profitable venture along with color crystals, and all of these sell for varying, you know, prices. So what I've been doing is I've been going to the broker and looking at which one of these dye modules sell the best, and I've been focused, you know, obviously as I'm leveling up my harvesting, I don't really have a lot of choice of what I get back. I just harvest everything I need, and as my characters have leveled up. And so I've made what I can along the way with whatever ingredients I have, but now that I'm sort of hitting the cap, I'm able to pick and choose a little bit more. So I'm able to go to the broker and say, well, what works really well. So as an example, we're going to go run up here over to the mailbox because I have some mail, and I'm pretty sure it's because some stuff sold. So we're going to take a look at that real quick, and then we're going to look at all the die packs because I think they're pretty awesome. So we sold something here for 100,000 credits. I don't care about that one. We sold this one for, this one was a $500,000 sale. Is the white and light gray dye module, so I made 500,000 credits off of that sale. So after the tax, I made 460,000. And then this one was 100,000, so I made, you know, 92,000. So take the attached credits, okay? Now, when I started off doing this, I had only about, when I very first started, I had about 800,000 credits to my name, and then I've spent what I've spent, plus I've leveled up, and I'm now at 2.3 million credits
I've completed my task.
A week of play, and most of that money, honestly, most of that money right there has come in the last 2 days since I got into the 500 plus bracket with the crafting, because I was able to start making some of these dyes that are worth 400 to 500,000 on the broker. So I've been focused on making a few of those per day and try to do like a couple a day and then go from there. But now that I've hit the cap, or I'm about to hit the cap, I'm going to start focusing exclusively on making the ones that I know get me a good chunk of change, and we'll go from there. So what is a dye pack? What is a dye pack? Some of you know might be asking. So you see how my character has a really cool looking set of armor that's like silver and brown, not the cloak, but the actual armor. So if I look at this is a dye pack and it's applied to my armor. If I were to go over here to the Artificing, go to the dye modules and say deep orange and light blue and preview that, that's what my character is going to look like. White and light brown looks like that. Black and light gray looks like that. Black and pale yellow looks like that. So on and so forth. And there's a lot of different combos, like I mean a lot of different combos. So you can go through here and you craft all of them if you wanted to, but some of them do sell better than others. And so if you're doing this to make money, you're going to want to pay attention to which ones are selling the most, so you can try to focus on those and make the most amount of money you want to make. That's just food for thought. So there's the dye modules, which dye your different armor sets, but then there's also color crystals, which are for lightsabers and blasters. So here's where we get into the advanced, you know, crystals colors. This is the advanced blue, red blue. This is amethyst. This is an advanced blue. There's fire red. There's green eviscerating, orange eviscerating, purple core. Yeah. Red, Hawkeye, white, purple, blue, which I think is one of my favorites so far is the white, purple, blue. But there's also white, yellow, orange, which is really obnoxious in my opinion. I think my favorite out of all of these is the white, purple, blue. Similar to the dye packs and the dye modules, this allows people to customize the color of their, as I said, lightsabers and blaster bolts. So it doesn't matter if it's a blaster rifle or a blaster pistol. You can use the same color crystals to change how your blaster rifles look, which I think is really, really cool. Hey everyone, Renfail here with the commercial part of the video where I say, hey, if you like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And thanks to all of our supporters here on YouTube and over on Patreon, our highest members, our guild champions, Crazy's Relative, Remy D here on YouTube. And don't forget, if you want to support, it's really easy. You can do the memberships below, the Adventurers Guild, 3 different tiers. There's also the super thanks on any uploaded video or YouTube short that you find. There's also, of course, the super chats and stickers that you could do on any live stream or premiere, and the Patreon page if you want to dive into the fantasy world that I have with my brother and my wife, which is a tabletop game, a point-and-click adventure game, and a fantasy book series. All are great ways to keep this channel going and me going full-time. Thanks again for those of you who support. Let's get back to the video that you're watching now. Now, I've got to earn 8 million credits sometime in the next, few days to get our guild ship, our guild stronghold, essentially, our capital ship. So I'm 2.3 million
Galaxy.
in. I need another
Defend
6
the
million
Republic.
credits.
Enlist in the Republic Navy today.
I don't want to enlist the Navy. I've got my own ship. But I don't want to talk over the lady in the loudspeaker. That would be rude of me. So I'm going to be focused on selling dye packs and crystal packs over the next few days until I can get to 600. I need another 6 million credits, so I got to keep focusing on this. So I'm going to go in here as an example, and I know that the one I just sold, I forgot to look at the mail. I think it was this one right here, the black and light gray. Pretty sure it was the black and light gray. Pretty sure this one's selling for $500,000. Oh, it's somebody has taken advantage of it. And so before, the cheapest one was 700,000, and I sold a couple for 500,000. So somebody's now brought them down to 400,000, which is still a good chunk of change. So that's still worth it. There's another one in here. I think it's the let me look for it here real quick. They sold a couple the other day. Deep brown and white. These are also, 400,000. That's worth it. And then there's also the, where is it at? White and light gray. Yeah, so right now it looks like the hot one would be the white and light gray, because those are retailing. The cheapest one is 700,000. These are going to vary on a day-to-day basis. So when you're searching the broker, it's not going to be the same every single day. It's going to be, well, these are the ones that are hot today. And then someone just made 20 of them because they were a hot item, and then now it saturated it, so you got to wait a few days or figure out what the next one is. So it does take a little bit of upfront time to go through here and research. But as you can see, look at something like this. That's a several 100,000 credit price difference, especially when we're looking at how many can I make in a day. Now that I know this, if I know that the white and light gray is something that's selling well right now, I can go over to my here and say, okay, these require grade 9 color crystals. And I don't have a lot of those right now. I don't actually have enough. So the first thing I want to do is take one of my guys and say, okay, you need to go get some grade 9 color crystals. Now I can only send out one person per rotation for color crystals per tier, which is kind of unfortunate. So just anytime you get a chance, send people out for color crystals for every tier, because that's how you're going to get the crystals that you need for the various dye packs. So just when you're in the dye mode,
depart straight away.
Yeah, that's literally what I'm doing, is just going each tier and
Not
saying,
a problem.
oh, hang on, I did not mean to send you out for that. grade 5, please, and we want you to do color crystals.
Not a problem.
And then we tell you grade 4, and you say color crystals.
You got it.
And I want her to do... I can't do grade 11 at the moment. What about grade 10? Color crystals.
You finally trust me to do something.
And I can send one more. I think it was grade 4 or grade 3. I think it was grade 3. Color crystals.
Understood.
Boom. And that's all 8 of my companions sent out for color crystals. So now I literally can go make a coffee or whatever I need to do, go play another character, play this character, and in, 15 minutes or however long it's going to be, I'll have all those color crystals back, and I can stop browsing the market, and I can go make the things that are going to sell and hopefully make me lots of money. Alright everyone, that's it for my Ultimate Beginner's Guide to the Artifice crafting profession in Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you liked this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Stick around for the other ones that we've got coming in the pipeline, because we've got synth weaving and arms tech and all the different things. So, see you in the next video. Till then, may the Force be with you, everybody. Cheers.